sometimes we get these random ideas like late at night or before the kids go to bed. And here's another one. We might take apart the recliner and try to push it together a little bit. Take this part out. So if you remember from when we took out the folding sleeping couch out of the bunk room, and also when we took our valances off, I didn't know what I was doing when I first started. I kind of just started looking around for some screws that I know were holding things down, and we look for those screws and we start taking them out, and we go little by little. So I found the first screw here. So that vac screw right there with the lights flashing, we're going to take that one out first, and let's see what happens. Okay, so we got the first two screws out. Get that one out, and there is a screw on this side. There goes. Right in there also. So we got those two out. I just have to see if there's any in the back. Not sure if there's any in the back, so that's what we'll check out now. My wife is going to kill me if I show you this, but all the stuff you find, it falls in between the couch. That's disgusting. So I figured out what I wanted to try to figure out. This middle piece here, just kind of connects to these little clips here, so you just clip it on. So what I'm going to do is, for now, in order to make more room just in the middle of the couch, is we're just going to push the two couches together and then just kind of sit this just on the side, so we can still have it as a cup holder and use this. But for now, what we're going to do is just put those two together, and then we'll have a seating area. So we'll see how that goes. See if we can just fit this thing for now. Right here. It just fits there for now. Let's test it out. See if it still works. Reclines. I mean, when it's reclined, there's a little bit of a gap. We have the couch taken apart, the reclining couch taken apart. Before I put it back together, I'm actually gonna take the kitchen table and try to turn it and see if we like what it looks like. We might not like it, and I might put it back. I don't even know if I can get it to turn. So the table has stuff all over it right now. But we're going to try to take the screws out, see if I can get the tabletop off and just turn it and go this way instead of this way. We don't know if it'll work, but let's just try it out. You always got to test to make sure the drill works, right? So now we have the table top taken off, and we were going to turn it so that the table goes this way as opposed to this way, and this support I had to turn like this, and I was like, you know what, I really don't feel like screwing like 9 screws into that and then 10 more into the bottom of the tabletop when there's only 4 more screws left here to take this whole pedestal off and just remove the whole table and get a different table. So I vote for just getting a totally new table and putting it up against this wall here. Now, we're not going to be able to sit there as an entire family, but really all we need is a table for the 2 kids and for them to do arts and crafts and homeschool and cyber school and things like that. So I think, and that's what I vote for. Now, obviously my vote is only like 1/10 of the deciding factor. Somebody's vote is about 90% of the deciding factor on the table.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just hesitant and afraid to get rid of it, and then we don't find anything that's better. So, I mean, this isn't the perfect table that it came with, but it was somewhat functional, and I didn't really hate it too much. So I'm afraid to get rid of it.
I don't think we even have to get rid of it until, look at this happy birthday sign. I don't think we need to get rid of it until we find a new table. I just don't want to put it back together. So I think it looks fine and dandy over here in the corner. Because of all the new recent basement renovations and things I've done, I actually have room in the basement to fit this entire table. So
the lazy way isn't the right way.
It's not necessarily the lazy way. I think it's the right way. It adds more space, it adds more room. We can do more activities. We can do things here. So,
and 15 minutes ago you just said how you were excited to have space to have 4, a family of 4.
Yeah, so
need, and we can all eat together.
Yeah, I did say that. Now, but I mean, these chairs over here are not too far away, so I mean, we're still kind of together. And then, like, I mean, come on, cool. Like kids can look outside and have a beautiful view while they're eating. Where now they're just like they're facing the wall over here, and it's just not cool. So make sure you stay to the end of this video to see who won. But here's a hint. Okay, so I don't know what we're gonna put here, but we have decided that the pedestal is coming out. So let's get this pedestal out. Okay, the pedestal is out. Oh, it's open space now. It doesn't totally look open. Yeah. Look at all that. So much room. So much room. Alright, so we decided on a desk as a table. So we're gonna put it in right here. Picked it up from Target. Seems like it should be pretty easy to put together. Knock on wood. But let's get a time lapse of putting this together. So the desk is put together. Compliments of not just myself, but my lovely wife helping me. So now we're gonna see what we got ourselves into with this. We're gonna get it into its place, figure out how we're gonna tie it down for travel days, see if it's gonna be wobbly or unlevel, since our slide is unlevel. Somebody's ready to start using it.
And we open his double spoon, so his name is Tonka, and Tonka is getting ready to go on a double day.
There, you heard it. Tonka, the balloon, is getting ready to go on a travel day, I think. Let's get back to the desk. Okay, so we've had the desk for a few months now. We've been able to use it for eating on it like a kitchen table, using it as a desk for schoolwork. But now it's time to really get Amanda's perspective on it and her feedback on it. So,
do you want my honest opinion or my nice opinion?
Definitely the honest opinion.
Okay. There's nothing wrong with it. It's pretty functional. It works for day-to-day use. I just feel like it's not enough space. And our older one is doing her schoolwork. She needs like more space, basically the whole desk, for her laptop, for her writing space, for the extra materials and coloring tools and things like that. So that basically takes up the whole desk. And a lot of times the little one then wants to sit there and eat or snack. And then I have to shift things around, just not really as much space as I was hoping. Then come dinner time, it's great. They both sit down there, but then I'm stuck sitting on the couch. And sometimes I just want to sit in a chair with the table in front of me and be able to eat comfortably. Some of the things I like about our desk is that it has the drawers underneath that we can store, you know, some of the school supplies or writing tools. Things I want to quickly get out off of the table, out of the way. I can just stick it in that drawer. And also that it leaves extra space in that whole dining area to put additional things. She has 3 shelf drawers with more school supplies, so we can have that drawer space and have the desk at the same time. I also like that it is deep. A lot of the desks that we looked at and compared it to were much shorter or slimmer, and it would only leave enough space for maybe like a laptop or a plate before it would be the end of the table, whereas this one's pretty deep, so we have room to put a plate and then things behind it, like our white box or something that we use when they're eating. Right, so we looked around for weeks, probably
Say almost like months, it felt like.
Yeah, a replacement for our kitchen table. I looked at Target, Walmart, Amazon, Wayfair, IKEA. I looked everywhere on the internet for something. And then we happened to just be walking around Target, and Chris was like, hey, what about this? Can we use this as a desk slash dining table slash multi-purpose table for everyday use? And so we measured everything out and it would fit. So we were like, let's just do it. At that point, we were just over researching and we just wanted something that was going to be functional and work for us. And so we just bought it right then and there at Target. And I think it was like maybe $100.
Something like that.
Yeah, maybe 100, 120. Love the color. It goes well with the mixture of the dark cabinets in here and the light walls and the light floors. And we also had painted our chairs, our wooden chairs, white. So I thought that was kind of a nice, like, off the cute little, like, drawers design. And the legs are really cute. So overall, it was really nice.
Now, for me personally, I like the desk slash table because I don't use it as often as Amanda and the girls do. I eat dinner on the couch anyway, so I don't mind not having a place to sit to eat dinner. But if Amanda isn't perfectly happy with it, then happy wife, happy life. So in order to make the happy wife, I need to know exactly what the perfect table and perfect situation would look like. So you're going to hear it here first.
I would almost say going back to the original table.
That's not going to happen.
It wasn't perfect. By all means, it was very difficult to get around, move the chairs around, the vacuum, get back there. Obviously, little kids, they leave all kinds of crumbs and scraps and who knows what back there. And it was a challenge, and that was like my breaking point after a year. And I was like, that's it. Let's take it out. Let's try something different. I'm over this table. But then now having our desk as our table for a few months now, I almost want to go back to like a traditional dining table. Not exactly the one that came with the RV, but something similar to where I can put 4 chairs on 2 different sides. That way the one's on one side doing her school and she's not distracted by the other one, and can be on the other side, and they're not getting too close to each other like they are now.
My problem with the original table is I like the table parallel to the wall because it creates more space in our hallway, living room, kitchen area, and the table was sticking out, and I didn't like that because it just looked too bulky. It looked like it took up too much room. It just looks a lot bigger in here, but it's also because the table is not as big and there's not enough room. So like I said, happy wife, happy life. We still have a decision here to make because putting in the original table that came with this RV is, I'm not putting that in. I don't like that table at all. So if we can find a table that Amanda likes and it works, then we'll put it in. But you're definitely going to have to subscribe and follow us on Instagram at Type 1 Detour, so that way you can see what table we end up with and who wins this. It's not even a debate because Amanda's going to win. It just depends on exactly how she's going to win.
Comment down below if you've replaced your RV table and what you replaced it with and how you're liking it so far.